Yes, it's a brand new day and a brand new week, to continue that strive for perfection. I mean, totally relatable. Once you strive to become better, it just affects everything around you. It's like a ripple effect. If you're better, everything, you do everything better, and then everything else just becomes really better. It's the conversation on TOS Television Network, your digital first Pan African news network. My name is Adesuwa Osuyi, and as always, the conversation comes to you from Abuja, that's Nigeria's capital city. Quite an engaging conversation we're going to be having this morning.
Yes, my name is Merciful Ajunimo. I know you did not give me the heads up, but I'm fine. Everything is okay. How are you doing today, sir?
So when you're talking about heads up, you're talking about how the weekend went and all of that, yeah?
Nah. I'm talking about when you say my name is Adesuwa, the next thing I say is my name is Merciful.
Oh,
but
okay.
today was completely different.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a twist.
So you're happy? You had good fun this weekend?
Yes, I did. I mean, I had a very eventful weekend. Kind of sleeping, rest in between, but I mean, a productive weekend and just something different from the usual.
It's that time of the year, trust me.
I know.
Everyone is having an eventful weekend, going for parties and just resting. And mine was the same. I think I went for this Christmas village in Transcorp in the city of Abuja. It was wonderful, the light and everything. I know December is here, and there's no looking back. It's all fun.
Yes,
all the
I
way.
mean, the studio, December is here already. We can already tell.
So how are you doing?
I am very well. And there's something that happened over the weekend that really made me joyful or joyous was the Nigerian government's retaliation move.
Banning some countries,
everyone has said that. Come on, you shouldn't be so spooked about you being banned. Every country is supposed to be equal. If they're banning you, it's a global virus. It's not a Nigerian or African virus. If they're banning you from coming into their country over the same virus, they also have the virus in their country.
Revenge in the air. Revenge is just written all over your face.
No, it just goes to say, look, if you can do it too, we can do it too. I mean, there's also the virus in UK, Canada, the US, wherever you guys are coming from. So if you're banning us, then we can also ban you from, also bringing the whole Omicron variant into Nigeria. I mean, it's not in Nigeria.
The brighter side is we're all trying to be safe, so we just restrict movement, and that's just it.
Yes.
But I do not move for retaliation. If I do anything to you, you have to let me know, and I apologize, okay? I think so.
All right, okay. I'll register that in mind. Talking about, retaliation, COVID, Omicron, and all that, we're going to bring you COVID-19 update from across Africa right now. I mean, really, COVID is real, and it's ravaging really fast. I mean, that's why countries around the world are already banning, travelers from foreign countries. So do your bit, to ensure that you and the next person is safe. COVID-19 update from across Africa, and then it's straight to the big story.
It is the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. And that's the time I will tell you have to be a part of our social media community. You know what to do. Follow us across all our social media platforms. That is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It is TOS TV Network. Also, it's on YouTube, so you can follow and like our videos as they come your way because they are amazing. Trust me. That's the big story, the crux of the conversation. And this time, we talk about political activities affecting the trio, Akande, Tinubu, and Buhari. Join us via the phone this morning is no other person than Felix Adetobo, our analyst. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Felix. How do you react to the political activities surrounding BC Akande, Bola Tinubu, and President Muhammadu Buhari, and also put into perspective the recently released book by BC Akande?
Yeah, thank you very much, and Happy New Week.
Same
Happy
to
New Week to you too.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate when some things happened and they seem to be too laughable. Going by the snippets that have been coming out from Chief BC Akande's book, launched sometimes last week. Some of the contents, of those snippets are very worrisome. Worrisome in what sense? President Muhammadu Buhari had time to, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. President Muhammadu Buhari had the time to visit his friend in Lagos, to launch his memoir. but he didn't have the time to visit Lagos to see the family of those that were crushed to death to death at Ojodu Bega in Lagos, where a lot of children died. Is quite unfortunate. And I also follow the proceedings of the launch of the book. None of these leaders or perceived leaders ever made mention of these things that happen in Lagos and in some other parts of Nigeria as concerned insecurity. It's quite unfortunate, the kind of leaders and leadership that we have. Now, going straight into the whole thing and looking into the nitty-gritty of the book, going by the snippets we have, by those who have read it, Buhari described Chief Bisi Akande as a man of integrity. Yes, he described as a man of integrity. And he also describing the president as a good man who shuns corruption and the rest. But the fact is this, what came to mind immediately hearing those kind of statements where they romance themselves in a very funny way is that, what's his name? The author of the book, that's Chief Bisi Akande, has forgotten to tell Nigerians that in 1984, he was sentenced to Agodi prison, for corruption charges by Buhari's administration based on corruption. So has he quickly forgotten that, or he doesn't just want Nigerians to know about that? When did he now become a saint, suddenly, and now we see the romance that is going on between them? If we are also to move further, you can see that he tried as much as possible to try to launch a kind of political campaign for Bola Tinubu, and in the process still going against some of his own personal statements, going by what we've been able to gather from some part of the book. And looking into these totally, we can see that in that particular 1984 also, where the General Muhammadu Buhari himself came up with a different decree number 2, decree number 20 of 1984, where he sentenced the most political, let me just say political enemies, to prison. People like Onabanjo was sentenced to 21 years, and many people sentenced like that. And in fact, it got to a point that Gani Fawemi had to do a kind of pro bono, for some of his friends. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
And if we look at all this, we will see that there are a lot of lies in that book, and there are a lot of issues, with what really happened in Lagos last week. And again, going further, we can see the issue of Tinubu becoming the vice president in 2015. Looking into that, you can see that some northern group, they already came together to tell this man that he has just told Nigerians lies, that nothing like that ever happened, So we're expecting Tinubu to come up with his own truth. Everybody's coming up with his own truth now. Chief Bisi Akande has come up with his own, which is being challenged in many quarters. As I can tell you authoritatively, many people will soon start to respond to some of those things, most of the things that are embedded in that book. And I think our leaders should be building and not to be bringing up things that are insensitive to the plight of the people. Even at this time when Nigeria is facing insecurity, there is economic downturn and a lot of things happening. But this is what we are getting from the people we think they are statesmen.
So do you think all these political activities have any way affected the road to the 2023 general elections? That's talking about the ruling party, the All Progressives Congress?
Yes, it has a lot to do, as by next year, which is a few days now, political parties will start gearing towards campaign. And now, APC as a party are already divided. I can tell you with this book, there are a lot of divisions, because many believe that there are a lot of lies in that book. And we have seen instances where people, they wrote their memoirs, they wrote their autobiography, and, they are full of lies. We've seen how Obasanjo tried to debunk some pages in the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, some things he wrote that Obasanjo debunked that they never happened. We have seen some things that Apuili also tried to debunk in some report by what's his name, the former governor of Edo State, Oshomole, and so on and so forth. So all these things happen, and I can tell you, it will have a whole lot of effect. Don't forget, some northern groups have come up again to start speaking against Buhari concerning the issue of insecurity. So when someone is now coming up with something like this, try to praise the president to high heaven, try to praise Tinubu to high heaven, and try to come up with some kind of political gimmicks, to catch into some people. We will see that there are some too that will not take it lightly, and that's where the issue of vice presidential candidature is really going to play a whole lot of games in this in 2023 election, especially between.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Felix, for staying on the show.
You're welcome.
And thank you, viewers, for remaining on the conversation. Don't forget, if you've not followed, you can follow right now. Just follow us at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you again for watching. I am Merciful Ajinamo. My
name is Adesu Osi. Thank you. And as always, please do remember to stay safe and join us again tomorrow.